Namaskara. In this video, we will learn the grammar Vibhakti Pratyaya. Let's begin. So, what is Vibhakti Pratyaya? So, you have a sentence, Ram went forest. So, this is not a meaningful sentence, right? So, if you want to make a meaningful sentence, you will write it as Ram went to forest. Similarly, in Kannada, Rama Kadu Hodanu. Rama Kadu Hodanu is not meaningful. So, if we write it as Ramanu Kadige Hodanu, then it makes some sense. So, if you see the letters highlighted in yellow, so these are some extra letters or suffix which is added at the end of the nouns to give meaning to the sentence. So, the letters or suffix which independently don't have any meaning but which join to the noun present in a sentence and give meaning to the sentence or establish relationship between words in the sentence is called Vibhakti Pratyaya. So, the suffix which is added to the noun to give meaning to a sentence is called Vibhakti Pratyaya. So, these suffix come in different meaning. So, they are called Karakagalu. It denotes the relationship between the noun and verb in a sentence. So there are totally 6 karakartagalu. So the suffix which denotes these karakartagalu are called vibhakti pratyayagalu. The words which categorize the karakartagalu are called vibhakti. So there are 6 karakartagalu: kartru, karma, karana, sampradana, apadana, and adhikarana. So, let's see them one by one. So, Vibhakti names are Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Sambhodhana. The Karakarthagalu are Kartrartha, Karmartha, Karanartha, Sampradana, Apadana, Sambandha, Adhikarana, Abhimukhikarana. So the corresponding Vibhakti Pratyaya are U, Annu, Inda, Ge, Ige, Ke, Akke, Deseinda, A, Alli, Ali, Olu, A, E, Ira, E. So, Prathama Vibhakti example, Ramanu. Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ramanannu. Tritiya, Ramaninda. Chaturthi, Ramanige. Panchami, Ramana Deseinda. Shashti, Ramana. Saptami, Ramanalli or Ramanolu. Sambhodhana, Rama, Ramane. So, the last column tells you the plural form of the noun and it with its Vibhakti Pratyaya. So, there are Vibhakti Pratyaya for Halegannada words also. Okay. So, these are the Vibhakti Pratyaya for the Halegannada part. We will not go through them in details. So, now first let's start with Prathama Vibhakti. So, the Karaka is Kartru and Pratyaya is U. So, what does Kartru mean? One who does work on war, one who makes other to do the work. So, let's see with an example. Ramanu Atavannu Aduttane. So, in this sentence, who is the Kartru? Who is doing the work? That is Rama. So, with Rama, you need to use the Prathama Vibhakti. So, Rama becomes Ramanu. Second one, Shikshakaru Makkalinda Hadannu Hadisuttare, which means the teacher made the children sing a song. So, who is the subject or who is the Kartru in this sentence? The teacher, Shikshaka. So with Shikshaka, we will use the Pratama Vibhakti. So Shikshakaru. U comes at the end of the word. Third one, Naigalu bogalidavu. So the dogs bark. So in this sentence, Naigalu is the Kartru. So Naigalu is the plural form of Nai, Bahuvachana form. So the Pratama Vibhakti remains the same as the Bahuvachana form. So Pratama Vibhakti is used with the subject of the sentence or the Kartru of the sentence. Sometimes it is skipped. In the plural form, the plural word itself will be the Pratama Vibhakti form of the word. In the example 3, Naigalu is the plural form and Naigalu remains as the Pratama Vibhakti form. So, let's see the rules for the Pratama Vibhakti. So, if the word ends with E, A or I matra and is of any gender, then you add the suffix U, that is U plus U. For example, Tayiyu, Siteyu, Shaleyu, Kaiyu. If the word ends with U or Ru matra and is of any gender, we add the suffix U or we add the pratyaya U. For example, Guruvu, Vadhu, Maguvu. If the word is a masculine word, then we add the suffix Nu. Ramanu, Shivanu. If the word is a feminine word, we add the suffix Lu. Ramalu, Sitalu, Nayanalu. If the word is a neuter gender, then we add the suffix Vu. Pustakavu, Maravu. So we start matching the word from the beginning, from top to bottom. The plural form of a word remains as it is. As I already told you, Naigalu will remain Naigalu in Pratama Vibhakti. So few exceptions. Amma, even though Amma is a feminine word, we add Nu, Ammanu. Akka is a feminine word, but Akkanu. Kadu. So Kadu is ending with U matra, but we don't add the suffix U. Kadu remains Kadu itself. Now let's go to the Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dvitiya Vibhakti. Karaka is karma. Pratyaya is annu. So what does karma mean? Karma is nothing but the object of an action. The word that directly or indirectly receives the action of a verb. So let's see with an example. Avanu maravannu kadidanu. What did he cut? Tree. So what is tree in Kannada? Mara. So Mara is the object of the sentence. So with Mara we use Dvitiya Vibhakti. Hasu halannu kottitu. Cow gave milk. So what did the cow give? Milk. So Halu is the object of the sentence. With Halu we add Annu. Halannu. Rama Ravana Nannu Kondanu. Whom did Ram kill? Ravana. So Ravana is the object and Ravana we use Dvitiya Vibhakti. So Dvitiya Vibhakti is mostly used with the object of the sentence. Dvitiya Vibhakti is used with the word which is answer to the question what, whom. In Kannada, if the word answers the question yarannu, yaudannu or yenannu, it will have Dvitiya Vibhakti. In plural form, the suffix or pratyaya is added after the plural form of the word. For example, naigalu. So, for example, the word mara. So, the Pratama Vibhakti form is maravu plus annu maravannu. Rama, Ramanu plus annu Ramanannu. Maragalu remains as it is in Pratama Vibhakti because it's a plural form plus annu maragalannu. Next, let us see Tritiya Vibhakti. The Karaka is Karana Karaka and Pratyaya is inda. So what does karana mean? A thing by means of which something is done by the subject. For example, ಅವನು ಕೊಡಲಿಯಿಂದ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿದನು. So, subject is avanu. By what he is cutting the tree? Kodali, that is nothing but axe. So, with the word axe, the tritiya vibhakti is used. So, kodali becomes kodali inda. ತಂದೆಯು ಬೆತ್ತದಿಂದ ಮಗನನ್ನು ಹೊಡೆದನು. So, here the subject is tande. So, with what the father is beating the son? Betta, a stick. So, the stick will have Tritiya Vibhakti, Bettadinda. Tritiya Vibhakti is used when question from whom, from what. In Kannada, Yarinda, Yaudarinda, Etarinda is put on the object of the sentence. In plural form, the suffix is added after the plural form of the word. For example, mane plural is manegalu, manegalu plus inda, manegalinda. Let's see the rules for Tritiya Vibhakti. The word mara. Okay, so Tritiya Vibhakti rule says that add inda to the Shashti Vibhakti form. We will see Shashti Vibhakti in the later part of this video. But for the word mara, the Shashti Vibhakti form is marada. I will take it later. Just remember that marada plus inda, maradinda. Rama, ramana plus inda, ramaninda. Maragalu, maragala plus inda, maragalinda. Now, let's see Chaturthi Vibhakti. The Karaka is Sampradana. Pratyaya is Ge or Ige or Ke or Akke. So, what does Sampradana mean? The thing given or work done is for whom? So, let's see with an example. Tayi maganige tindi kottalu. To whom did the mother give the snack? To the son. So, maga means son. So, with maga you will use Chaturthi Vibhakti, maganige. Nanu manege hodenu. Where did I go? To the house. So, mane will have Chaturthi Vibhakti, manege. So, Chaturthi Vibhakti is used when questioned to whom or for what. In Kannada, yarige etakke is put on the object of the sentence. So, if in simple terms, if I have to say, if in English the word to comes, so in Kannada it will have Chaturthi Vibhakti. So, let's see the rules for Chaturthi Vibhakti. We go from top to bottom, matching each rule. If the first rule is not matched, then we go to the second rule. So, if the word ends with a matra and is a neuter gender word, then we add ke. So, atakke, samajakke, marakke. If the word ends with e, a or I matra and it's of any gender, we add ge. So, shalege, manege. If the word is showing the direction or position, then we add akke. For example, melu akke melakke, kelagu akke kelakke. So here the u or gu becomes lopa, means disappears. So melu, the u matra disappears. Kelagu, the letter gu disappears. For the words gunavachaka or sankyavachaka or sarvanama words, okay, which are ending with u matra. So here also akke is added. Doddadu plus akke. Doddadu is a gunavachaka word. Doddadakke. Ippattu is a sankyavachaka word. Ippattu plus akke. Ippattakke. Sarvanama. Idu plus akke. Idakke. So, if the word is a gunavachaka or sarvanama but a plural word, Okay, after the plural, if galu is added, then ige is added. For example, chikkavu plus galu plus ige, chikkavu galige. Avu plus galu plus ige, avu galige. So if none of these rules is matched, then we form the Pratama Vibhakti form of the word and then add ige to it. Let's see it in the next slide. So Namavachaka Ajja. Okay. So here Ajja, Pratama Vibhakti will be Ajjanu plus Ige, Ajjanige. Gunavachaka word Doddava, Doddavanu plus Ige, Doddavaniಗೆ. Sankhya-vachaka word Obba, Obbanu plus Ige, Obbaniಗೆ. Sarvanama, Avanu plus Ige, Avaniಗೆ. Next, let's see Panchami Vibhakti. So, Karaka is Apadana and Pratyaya is Deseinda. What does Apadana mean? The act of taking away or removal or separation or a reason or showing fear. So, let's see, understand by examples. Hannu marada deseinda uduritu. So, this is an example of agalike, showing separation. The fruit is separated from the tree. So, here Marada Deseinda. Okay. So, here Panchami Vibhakti is used. Next example. Benkiya Deseinda Hoge Horatitu. The smoke came because of the fire. So, here the fire is the reason for the smoke. So, Benkiya Deseinda. Okay. Because of the fire. So, in English, if you translate, because of the fire, ಬೆಂಕಿಯ ದೆಸೆಯಿಂದ. ಕಳ್ಳರ ದೆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂಜಿಕೆ. Fear because of thieves. So here it is showing fear. Okay. So in this case also, because of the robbers, because of the thieves is translated as ಕಳ್ಳರ ದೆಸೆಯಿಂದ. So Tritiya Vibhakti is used mostly instead of Panchami. So we don't use Panchami Vibhakti much. Instead, we use Tritiya Vibhakti. For example, Hannu Maradinda Uduritu. Benkiinda Hoge Horatitu. Kallarinda Anjige. So, Deseinda word is appended to the noun from which the separation happens. So, here in the first sentence, the separation has happened from the tree. So, Deseinda word is appended to the tree. Next one, we can also say Panchami is used when because of comes in English. So in English, when we use because of, Panchami Vibhakti is used in Kannada. So let's see the rules for Panchami Vibhakti. So add Shashti Vibhakti to the noun and then join it with Deseinda. So again, I'll be explaining the Shashti Vibhakti in the next slides. So for example, Mara, Shashti Vibhakti form is Marada plus Deseinda. Marada Deseinda. Benki, Shashti Vibhakti form is Benkiya plus Deseinda. Benkiya Deseinda. Kallaru, Shashti Vibhakti form is Kallara plus Deseinda. Kallara Deseinda. Now let's see Shashti Vibhakti form. So in the previous slides, I told that rules for some of the Vibhakti is you need to know the Shashti Vibhakti. So Shashti Vibhakti is important. The Karaka is Sambandha Karaka. Pratyaya is a. What does Sambandha means? Relationship between two things or people. Let's see with an example. Idu Ramana Chila. So the relationship between Rama and Chila. It is Ram's bag. So in English it is apostrophe S. In Kannada, Shashti Vibhakti is added. Abhimanyu Arjunana Maga. So relationship between Abhimanyu and Arjuna. So Abhimanyu is Arjuna's son. So in both these cases, as you can see, when apostrophe S is used in English, then in Kannada, Shashti Vibhakti is added to the word. Shashti Vibhakti is used to show relationship or belonging. We can also say that Shashti Vibhakti is used when apostrophe comes in English. Let's see the rules for Shashti Vibhakti. If the word is a neutral gender word ending with a matra, then we add the suffix the plus a. So example, simhada, marada. If the word ends with u or ru matra, then we get the pratama vibhakti form of the word and add ina to it. Kadina, Guruvina, Pitruvina, Matruvina. If both these rules are not matched, then we get the Pratama Vibhakti form of the word and change the last letters matra to a matra. For example, Rama, Pratama Vibhakti is Ramanu and plus a, so Ramana. Mane, Maneyu plus a Maneya. ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಶಾಲೆಗಳು plus a ಶಾಲೆಗಳ. Now let's see Saptami Vibhakti. Karaka is adhikarana, pratyaya is alli. What does adhikarana mean? Suggesting the location of action. Let's see an example. ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಇದೆ. There is a cat in my house. Where is the cat? In my house. So with the house, we use Saptami Vibhakti. So ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಇವೆ. There are fruits in the tree. Where are the fruits? In the tree. So with the tree, we use Saptami Vibhakti. ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಊರುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚಂದ. In places or among places, Mysore is beautiful. So among places, whenever you use among in English, in Kannada, Saptami Vibhakti is used. So Saptami Vibhakti is used to show position or place when separating and talking about one thing from a group of things. For example, among all the places, you are separating Mysore and saying it is beautiful. So we use Saptami Vibhakti there. We can also say Saptami Vibhakti is used when in or among comes in English. Let's see the rules for Saptami Vibhakti Pratyaya. Okay. So add alli to the Shashti Vibhakti form. So for example, Rama. Ramana is the Shashti Vibhakti form plus alli, Ramanalli. ಮನೆ ಮನೆಯ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಶಾಲೆಗಳ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. So next let's see Sambodhana Vibhakti. The Karaka Abhimukhikarana. Pratyaya a, e, ira. What does Abhimukhikarana means? Calling or addressing someone. So when you're calling someone or when you're addressing someone, then Sambodhana Vibhakti is used. Let's see with an example. Anna, odu odu. So you're calling the brother Anna. Okay. Devare, daye toru. So you're calling the God Devare. Tangi, begaba. Tangi, you're calling your sister. ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರ ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳಿರಿ. ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರ means brothers. You're calling your brothers. So Sambodhana Vibhakti is used when we are calling someone or addressing someone. Ira comes in plural noun form only. Let's see the rules for Sambodhana Vibhakti. If the word ends with u, ru, a, I, e and is of any gender, we use its Pratama Vibhakti form plus a. So Maguve, Guruve, Vadhuve, Karuve, etc. If the word is a neutral gender and ends with a matra, then we use the Pratama Vibhakti form plus a. Marave. If the word is a masculine or feminine word ending with a matra, then we add a matra at the end. So Rama becomes Rama, Anna becomes Anna, Akka becomes Akka. If the word is a plural word of any matra, Then we add ira or a. One of them can be used. ಹುಡುಗರಿರಾ, ಹುಡುಗರೇ, ಮರಗಳೇ, ಕವಿಗಳೇ, ಗಿರಿಗಳೇ, ಗಿರಿಗಳಿರಾ. So there are some more rules. So generic rules. If the word ends with a matra is a pulling or strilinga word, then we add n plus the vibhakti pratyaya. If the word is a napunsakalinga word, for tritiya, shashti and saptami vibhakti, we add the plus the pratyaya. If the word is a napunsakalinga word ending with a matra, for pratama, dvitiya and sambodhana vibhakti, we add v plus the pratyaya. If the word is a namavachaka and ending with u matra, and for tritiya, shashti and saptami, we add in plus pratyaya. If the word is a namavachaka ending with ru matra, we add v plus in plus pratyaya. If the word is a napunsaka linga word, ekavachana and a gunavachaka, for tritiya, shashti and saptami, we add ar plus pratyaya. If the word is ending with u matra is a sankhya-vachaka word, for tritiya, shashti and saptami vibhakti, we add ar plus pratyaya. If the word is sarvanama, adu, idu, yavudu, for tritiya, shashti and saptami vibhakti, we add ar plus pratyaya. Okay, so this is the vibhakti pratyaya for some pronouns. Neenu, nanu, tanu. I will not go into much detail. You can have a look at it. This is the vibhakti pratyaya for enu and ella. So what is vibhakti pallata? Sometimes when we speak, instead of using one vibhakti pratyaya, we use another one. So that is called vibhakti pallata. So for example, ಬಂಡೆಯನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿದನು. He climbed the cart. But we use, in speaking, we use ಬಂಡಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿದನು. ಊರನ್ನು ಸೇರಿದನು. He reached the place. But we use it as ಊರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದನು. So instead of dvitiya vibhakti, we are using chaturthi vibhakti. ಮೋಡದ ದೆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಮಳೆ ಬಂತು. Because of the cloud, the rain came. So, but we use in general, from the clouds rain came. We use tritiya vibhakti. ಮನೆಯ ಯಜಮಾನ. So, house's owner. So, here, instead of that, we used ಮನೆಗೆ ಯಜಮಾನ. ಗುಂಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದನು. He fell into the ditch. So, in the ditch, instead of in the ditch, we use ಗುಂಡಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದನು. ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬಲವಿಲ್ಲ. So, the correct form is this, but in speech, we use the different form. So, that is called vibhakti pallata. The vibhakti-wise rules which you have seen in this video are based on my understanding. So, there might be some mistakes or discrepancies. If you find any, you can drop me a comment in the comment box. Also, I have taken into consideration only the Hasagannada words, vibhakti pratyaya, and not Halegannada vibhakti pratyaya. The vibhakti-wise rules, it applies to mainly vastuvachakagalu. If you like this video or found this video useful, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel, Sulabha Kannada. Thank you.